John Stuart Mill was allegedly the most important philosopher of the 19th century in the English-speaking world. He inherited the empiricist tradition that started with John Locke in the 17th century and David Hume in the 18th century through his father James Mill, who was also a philosopher who contributed to psychology. John Stuart Mill made contributions in psychology, methodology, but also he was an activist and made contributions to ethics, advancing the utilitarian approach, and advocated for freedom and for rights for women. In his theory of mind, he took ideas from Locke, Hume, and his father James Mill, and he divided the mental phenomena into 4 types: thoughts, emotions, volitions, and sensations. He indicated that mind is not an entity. Mind is the sum of all mental phenomena. As a good empiricist, he proposed that all mental phenomena comes from the senses. So thoughts, emotions, volitions are not something that are there in the mind before we have experience with the world. They are acquired through the senses. However, the mind is not completely passive and is just reproduces the sensations that are acquired through the senses. There are some laws of mental phenomena or laws of the mind. For example, one law says that whenever any state of consciousness has once been excited in us, no matter by what cause, an inferior degree of the same state of consciousness, a state of consciousness resembling the former, but inferior in intensity, is capable of being reproduced in us, without the presence of any such cause as excited it at first. So basically, what John Stuart Mill is saying here is that we have the capacity to reproduce something that excited us earlier, at least in a lesser intensity. So basically he's talking about memory. We are capable of remembering things. Another group of laws are the laws of association. For example, similar ideas tend to excite one another. That means that when you've got ideas that were acquired by the senses, and those ideas are similar, they connect to each other. And in the future, when one of those ideas is present in the environment, then the second idea gets activated as well, even though you're not perceiving the first idea. So this association between ideas is the way we learn things that go beyond the environment. A similar law indicates that ideas that occur contiguously in time and space, they connect each other. So not in the first case there was similar ideas. The second case are ideas that occur contiguously. And the third law is that those ideas that are excited with more intensity have a higher chance of being connected with other ideas. Perhaps the most personal contribution of John Stuart Mill to the theory of the mind is that, unlike his predecessors who thought of the mind as using metaphors of physics or mechanics, he used the metaphor of chemistry. So he thought that ideas that combine and form a whole, that whole, as when you combine oxygen and hydrogen, you get water and has different qualities. This new whole has qualities that are not available in the individual ideas. And so he was talking about, that's why his theory is more, better metaphor for his theory is chemistry and not mechanics.